Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at this poster and recreating it in Illustrator. Before we get started, please subscribe to support the channel. We saw this poster in yesterday's Pinterest surfing video, and if you haven't seen that, definitely check that out right up here. We found some pretty cool designs in there yesterday. Okay, so this poster is a very cool concept. It says Constellations 2015, and this is actually a very simple design. Now, just because the design is simple does not mean that it's bad in any sense of the word. It's actually a pretty simple concept and simple in its execution. But this would be a great project for somebody who's just starting out in Illustrator. So before we get started, let's take a look at a few different things that we're going to be recreating. So the first thing is going to be the typography. So we're going to be creating these letters individually, and then we're going to be creating the lines that connect them all. And then let's also look in the background. We've got like a black background, and then we've got kind of these amoeba shapes back here that are kind of serving as like a galaxy type of thing. And then we've got the individual stars. So creating all of these individual elements will give you some really well-rounded practice in using a lot of the tools in Illustrator. Okay, so this is what I recommend doing. I recommend lowering the opacity of our artwork down to about 50%, because we're going to be directly recreating this poster, and we want to be able to lay all the elements on top of the original poster. So let's go ahead and start out by laying down a C with our type tool, and let's scale this up right here. I'd like to match the width of the original type, so we're going to go to probably around there or so. We can scale this down a little bit further. This isn't exactly the same font, but I'm not really too worried about that. Okay, and at this point, it's really just going to be a matter of laying down those individual letters across the poster. So I'm going to hold down Option or Alt to duplicate that, and I'm going to scale this one down actually a little bit. If you notice, all of these letters are different sizes. So we'll just follow this same exact pattern here where we do all of the letters individually. I'll speed up this portion of the video so you're not bored to tears. Okay, so the next part of this is going to be connecting these lines together. So I'm going to start with the pen tool, and let's follow where these original lines are actually going. And if you notice, they are going right here. So they're actually leading all the way through the original design right here. I didn't even really fully realize that they were doing that when I first saw this. It's a little challenging to find out exactly where they're starting and ending here. But it's always a fun challenge to try to recreate something like this. Looks like this is going here and then going here and then kind of changing course a little bit in this direction right here. And when we're finished laying all these lines down, then we can easily go through and move any of the letters that we need to move. So that way it's overlapping the way that they need to be. Okay, so there's that first set, and now I'm going to do the other two sets right now, and I'll speed up this portion of the video. All right, we got all those lines recreated there, and that was definitely the most tedious part of this particular project. And I actually can't believe that I got them correct the first time. I figured that I would miss some of them and just kind of get confused with one line versus another one. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself for that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and use my pencil tool, and that's gonna be in on your keyboard. And let's double click on the pencil tool, and let's move this over here to smooth and hit OK. And I'm just gonna freeform draw like right over here in this area that's supposed to represent like these hazy type of galaxies here. And the reason we have smooth on is because that's actually going to smooth out our lines as much as possible there. I'm going to grab my direct select tool on the ends right here and just really smooth out that corner. And then we'll do the second part down here. I did kind of skid over that just a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. We can always go back and adjust if we need to. Okay, it looks like it smoothed it out pretty well. So let's go ahead and take everything that we've done right here. I'm just going to move this over here in this area. Now I'm going to draw a rectangle that's the size of our poster right here. And we'll move this over here as well. I'm going to center this with this object right here. Okay, so now we're going to select this frame and then select this shape. And we're going to select the shape again to make it a key object. And we're going to go over here to align and align horizontal center. So that's going to align the frame to that shape. Now let's go up here to Object, Unlock All, and bring up the opacity to 100% again. And now with our frame selected, I'm going to hit I on my keyboard, and we're just going to color drop on that background. And now we need to send this to the back. So let's go to Object, Arrange, and Send to Back. And now I'm going to go ahead and lock this. And now we're going to select these two shapes and color drop in this little hazy area right here. And then we're going to send that to the back and then bring it forward one time. And let's go ahead and lock that as well. Okay, now we're going to select this 1C right here. And we're going to go up here to Select, Same Fill Color. And we're going to go to Swatches and click on White. And for some reason that O actually got a different color than our original type. So what we're going to do is select the O, and then we're going to hit I on our keyboard to bring up our eyedropper tool. And we're going to hold down Shift, and we're going to click on that C right there. The reason we hold down Shift is because that will only pick up the color instead of the font size. All right, now let's click on any one of these strokes right here. So we're going to go up to Select, Same, Stroke Color. And we need to go over here to our toolbar and make sure that the stroke color is selected. And now we can go up here and click on that white. And actually, in our original design, it looks like it's not 100% white. So let's change the stroke color to something like a little bit of a lighter gray, but not completely white. So I'll go with 60% there. Okay, now what we need to do is select these letters again, go up to Select, Same, and Fill Color. And now we're going to go to Object, Arrange, and Bring to Front. So this way the letters are all in front of those lines. Okay, now I'm going to go up to Object, Unlock All. And let's select both of these two shapes right here along with that rectangle. And we're going to click on the Pathfinder. And we're going to click on Divide. So now with our Direct Select tool, we can just select the outer edges of those little shapes right there. And then just delete them. And just temporarily, let's select this C. Go up here to Select, Same Fill Color, and we're going to lock all of those, just so we can grab these little anchor points right here, and we can move them if we need to. I'm just going to make a couple of adjustments throughout here. Okay, that's looking good. I just wanted to avoid any of the areas where those lines were kind of overlapping where the text were, just so it looks more natural. All right, so next we need to recreate these stars right here. So let's bring down our opacity of our original artwork down to about 50%. Now I'm going to grab my ellipse tool and let's create a circle right here. And now I'm just going to duplicate these just like we did earlier with our letters. I'm going to go all the way across here. And then just kind of make these individual sizes. We're not going to recreate the stars exactly the way that they are. We're actually going to randomize this a little bit. And I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that in a second. Okay, now with our stars selected, we're going to go up here to Object, Transform, and Transform Each. And we're going to change the scaling of this to 50% and click on Random. And hit OK. And now what we'll do is grab all of these stars right here. And we'll move this over here to this side. All right, I'm going to grab these stars right here, and we're going to put these onto the artboard right here in this section. And now I'm going to hold down Option or Alt, and we're just going to move these down right here. And temporarily, I'm going to change these to yellow, and you'll see why we do that in a second. So I'm going to hold down Option and Shift, and we're going to move these down. And then we'll hit Command D or Control D to duplicate everything. And now I'm going to select one of these stars. We're going to go up here to Select Same Fill Color. That's why we made everything the same fill color. And we're going to go over here to Align to Artboard and distribute spacing vertically and horizontally. And now we can change that color to white. All right, so now let's take a look at these side by side. We did a pretty good job of recreating this almost exactly. Of course, the stars are a little bit more uniform than they should be. What you can do in a situation like that is go in and kind of individually size those back down again. And you can also go in and change the color of them just so they're not competing with the letters. But I just wanted you to get the general idea of how to go about creating something like this. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.